Hannibal film is a sequel to The Silence of the Lambs. 10 years passed since Hannibal Lecter escaped from custody. Now he's in Florence, where lectures on the poetry of Dante Alighieri in a palace library. He applies for the position of its caretaker. FBI agent Clarice Starling, meanwhile, is going through difficult times. She is suspended from work due to the failure of an operation to capture a gang of drug dealers. Many people then died, although it wasn't her fault. The only Lecter's surviving victim, a millionaire Mason Verger, lives in hope of revenge on his enemy, who made him a paralyzed invalid. Verger is ready to pay $3 million for any information about Lecter's whereabouts. He intends to use Clarice as a bait for Lecter and secretly agreed of it with her boss, Paul Crandler. Lecter's image contains features of an intellectual, an aesthete, a serial killer, and a cannibal. He radiates a constant threat. The film's suspense is captivating and keeps us glued to the screen. The main characters, Lecter, Verger, Clarice, try to use each other. Though Lecter is noticeably smarter than his opponents. He is like a chess player, playing on several boards at the same time. While opponents are considering their next move, Lecter sees the entire game in advance and forces them to do what he needs. It is hard to resist the powerful negative charm of the maniac. He evokes both fear and respect. Lecter isn't just an art lover, he is also an artist himself, but only in that what touches crimes. His crimes have one thing in common: Lecter kills those who, in his opinion, deserve to die. He includes among these not only police officers, FBI agents and pedophiles, but also ordinary people who irritates him in some way. One of them was a symphony orchestra musician which played false notes. He makes the only exception for Clarice, for whom he has cordial feelings. The police inspector Rinaldo Pazzi, who tracked down Lecter and then informed Verger, is one of those to whom Lecter is merciless. Lecter kills him like Judas, repeating the execution that the Medici used to the Pazzi's ancestor for treason about 500 years ago, in the same way and in the same place. Sending a letter with clues to Clarice, he knew that she would find him. He started the game in order to resume communication with her. Moreover, he intentionally posed on a camera in a perfume store in order to be identified. He also assumed that Verger, whom he had crippled, would join the hunt. Both of them are maniacs, only Lecter is a cannibal and Verger is a pedophile, so this is a fight between two monsters, or two types of madness. Lecter not only deals with Clarice's boss, but also gracefully mocks him. He feeds Crandler drugged with painkillers by slices of his own brain, which he cuts off and immediately fried in a frying pan. He does it for Clarice in order to amuse her with revenge to her enemy. However, she turned out to be not vindictive and tries to save the life of Crandler. Having lulled Lecter's vigilance with a kiss, she handcuffs him to herself and calls the police. Enraged Lecter initially intends to cut off her hand, but at the last moment he changes his mind and cuts off his own hand. As a result, Clarice achieves her goal. She takes him out of the game. Now that the maniac remains with one hand, he won't be able to continue his crimes anymore. This act shows that he has been in love with Clarice all of these years. Probably she also experienced similar feelings for him, but loyalty to duty stopped her. The film ends as expected. Dr. Lecter again outwitted everyone and got out with it. His left arm is hanging in a sling, but we don't see what happened to it. For some reason, Lecter looks suspiciously glad on the plane. It is possible that his left hand was sewn back. During the flight, Lecter insidiously treats the neighbor boy with fried brains from his supplies. And we involuntarily remember Crandler, perhaps these are his brains. If so, then Lecter remains the same dangerous madman, and we will hear about him again. Thanks to everyone who watched this video. See you. Bye bye.